And hello and welcome to our podcast, Life as We Know It. This is Phreze in the studio today with Andrew Grass
Hello.
and Philip Mifflin. How are you doing, gentlemen, this morning?
I'm doing just fine.
How
you
goes
doing?
it?
Dude, I almost said the worst word. I am freaking excited because it is Super Bowl Sunday, baby.
Oh my God, here he goes.
Yes.
So with that Super Bowl. God.
I love this. And you want to know the real reason that I love Super Bowl so much?
Other than watching a bunch of grown, sweaty men roll around in tight pants and all over the grass. And
Playing with their balls.
Playing with the ball.
Especially deflated ones. It just gives me the vapors.
Did you say the vapor?
They're not in it this season.
he said it just gives me the vapor.
Gives me the vapors. Yeah, I love it, man. I mean,
wow.
but I'll be honest with you. My most favorite thing about it is my uncle every year has a massively huge Super Bowl party. You know, there's dozens of people there, and there's enough food to feed a small African country.
That's cool.
Because, you know, black people over there don't eat very much.
Oh.
And, well, they're all malnourished. You look at them, you know what I'm talking
We've
about.
been on air 48 seconds.
Explicit already. We're going to offend some people today. Hell yeah.
All right. We're just going to get our explicit tag, like, right out the gate every time. Like, you know, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. F off.
Shit. There, I said it. Now we can put the explicit tag officially on there.
All right. Big booty hose.
So what are we going to cover today?
Well, we are going to cover our junk. We are going to cover our junk.
Well, yes, because I don't really feel like looking at your penis because I would feel matters of iniquity or something.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're a black guy, I'm a white guy. I know it. I don't even need to see it.
I'm telling you, it's glorious. You sure?
I'm sure it is.
You sure?
I'm sure it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Screw it.
But it'd probably scare me.
We've got lots of stuff. Of course, we've got Andrew Grass's Straight Dope. We have fresh new history. Fresh new history. That's our word for news. And, of course, Phil's going to have all that. Not to mention the beginnings of our new Crazy 8 tournament. And, of course, Phil will be taking us through that. I am basically just going to sit back here and mutter and grunt unapprovedly while we go ahead and move on forward. Andrew, what do we got?
All right, we're going to start with a little bit of Grass's Straight Dope, random ass facts that I find very funny, humorous. And by the way, just in case you do not know, if you want to find us on Facebook, go to facebook.com, go to this little search box at the top, and search for Life as We Know It podcast. Okay, so getting back to it. There are only, first fact, and it's my most favorite fact, there are only 676 days until Star Wars Episode 8! Yeah! Yeah!
How many days before the next Star Wars period? I mean,
I don't know that.
Doesn't that
come
come
on,
every
get the
30?
facts!
Does
Hey.
that come every 30?
Just about. Disney's pumping them out like a welfare recipient having kids.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
Wow.
it's not racist because it happens to just as many white folks as it does to black folks and
Okay.
Hispanic folks and
All right.
all those other
So
folks.
if you's on welfare, stop having babies.
Yes,
Because
yes.
Andrew is mad at you.
I'm not mad at people who get welfare. Legitimately, I'm going to take a step back from the funny. I am permanently fine. I'm perfect. I'm not permanently fine. I'm perfectly fine if you are on government assistance because everybody has troubles in their life and sometimes you need a safety net to help you. So,
Okay.
all right. Now I'm going to get off my soapbox.
Now I'm going to get my safety net, and I'm going to use it and go buy me some rims.
Well, yeah, of course. Got to make them bitches gleam. All right, how about this? Now, I thought this was pretty cool. It's another Star Wars fact. So, George Lucas, as we all know, sold it for over $4 billion. Just to let you know, it's $4.05 billion.
Which I
Okay.
still think is kind of light. If you...
Little light?
Little
Okay.
light. I think that's a little light for given the property.
Well,
It's
here's-
Star Wars.
I know, but that's $4 billion.
It's Star Wars.
Dude, that is the gross national product of many countries. Not just in Africa. I'm talking like internationally.
If you took all of the Star Wars fans on the face of the planet and
Yes.
moved them to their own land mass and called it Star Warsonia, okay,
Startopia.
Startopia, there we
Yes.
go. No, because that'd be like too Star Trekish. But
That's
anyway,
true. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But the point being is, you get all these Star Wars fans and you move them
Okay.
to their own place. Okay.
Okay.
I guarantee you that number you were talking about
Yeah.
there, the gross national product,
Yes.
way higher.
Okay, well,
Way higher.
that's fair.
So $4 billion to me is light
Okay. all
for
right.
Star Wars.
All right, well, that's up for debate. But this isn't debate time, damn it. This is my time. You shut the hell up, man.
I will just sit back here and master debate by myself.
Well, that's kind of the purpose of master debate, is to do it by yourself, but I'm just going to throw that out there. All right, how about this? So he made this $4 billion on top of the hundreds of millions, if not billions, he made from owning the property for all those years.
And he went and put some rims on his pod racer.
I'm sure. His pod racer. He actually donated almost all of it to charity.
He sold Star Wars and then donated it to charity.
Donated I think the total ended up being like 3.9 billion of it to charity. Charities that mainly dealt with education, improving educational opportunities around the country. Wow. Can we get a round of applause for George Lucas?
We'll do that.
I mean, come on.
Donates it to charity.
I mean, dude, he's richer than God. And the fact that he still gave $4 billion. I mean, that's not like Bill Gates money. He's done like $45 billion. But Lucas doesn't have $45 billion. You know, he's got like probably 6 or 7.
I'm surprised that Bill Gates didn't just buy Star Wars.
He's already got enough money. And then he probably would have screwed it up just like he screwed up Microsoft.
He's the Star Trek man anyway.
That's very true. He wears the red shirt. At least we hope he would. How about this? You guys are fans of the movie Toy Story, right?
Of course.
The first one? Okay. Maybe all of them. Did you know it took 4 hours for each frame of the movie?
Toy Story.
Yes.
I believe that.
To render every frame of Toy Story, it took 4 hours for every frame.
I believe
Can you
that.
imagine the amount of time? Yeah, exactly, Phil.
Yeah, I believe that. Because
that's nuts.
The digital animation stuff, and keep in mind, I was reading this a while back, so I may not have the numbers complete. But when Transformers came out, and particularly the second one, which if anybody has
You're talking
seen...
about the movie, right?
Yes. When the second Transformers movie, which I believe was called Revenge of the Fallen.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yes, it was Revenge of the Fallen, because number 3 was Dark of the Moon.
Yeah.
But anyway, when this one came out, and of course they had that huge Devastator. Okay, you remember Devastator when it came out, okay?
Hell yeah.
And they said that, I think it was ILM, but don't quote me on that, but whatever effects house it was that was working on that, actually had a couple of computers catch fire. like trying to render the Devastator Transformer.
That's bitchin'.
Yeah, it was, they just burned up.
Fire!
Right. So, yeah, intense stuff in regard of digital animation and so on and so forth. And it took 24 hours to render any frame that had at least one Transformer in it, with the exception of Optimus Prime, who would take up to 36 hours.
Nice.
So any frame that had Optimus Prime in it,
transform and roll out.
And 3 hours of that was just trying to handle his voice.
Nice.
Because Optimus Prime is just
the greatest voice in all of cartoon history.
I'm going to be so upset when he does.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so upset when he does, because nobody's going to be able to
do Optimus.
Right.
No. There are no substitutes.
Right.
How about this? Did you guys ever watch Dawson's Creek back in the day?
Nope.
Yes.
Okay, I watched the first 2 seasons because I thought Katie Holmes was hot.
She was hot, but not enough to watch that crappy ass show.
Okay.
That's why.
Well, then I'll just skip past this fact because there is nobody who gives a crap about it except for me.
What's the fact? What's the fact? Give it to us.
The lone cast member of Dawson's Creek to appear in all 128 episodes, and yes, I know you're probably more shocked that they made 128 episodes,
right,
was none other than my favorite, Miss Katie Holmes.
Oh. Well, that's okay.
Not even Dawson was in it. It was named after Dawson, and he wasn't even for James Vanderfleek wasn't even there for 128 episodes. But my favorite Katie Holmes was, and I enjoyed about 40 or 50 of them. And then I went to my room by myself and turned off the lights. Anyway,
Katie looks like one of them girls that would try to tell me that she just wants to concentrate on being friends.
Yeah, probably.
And that's why she'd have to get the hell out of my car.
Nice. How about this? Here is your weight loss tip of the week, doing useless crap that should not cause you to lose weight.
Okay.
If you want to lose weight and want to sit your fat ass on the couch, watch a horror film.
What?
Yes. The average horror film, depending on your specific body composition, as well as, by the way, you should be putting the text thing up there, man. I want to see who anybody is right.
Well, I'm working on that.
Get that on there. Anyway,
I am working on that.
So depending on your proclivities to watching it, you can burn on average between 113 and 200 calories watching a 90-minute horror film, which is the same amount of calories you would burn on a 30-minute walk.
What?
Yes.
I'd believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, after watching The Ring, I think I lost.
Ringo. Yeah, man. Exactly. All right, how about this? A little bit of movie trivia. What? Now this will probably be pretty easy for this room because we all like movies.
Okay.
What is the most used line in movie history?
Most used line in movie history.
Yes.
I'll be back.
No. Get out of here.
That one?
No.
Oh.
No.
I wasn't there. Most used line in history. Hold on.
Yep.
Stay here.
No. All right. I thought this was going to be easy because I knew this one, but I thought it would be pretty funny. How about it is, let's get out of here.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Because you can use it for any different...
Makes sense.
It does.
Makes sense.
In a very scary, inappropriate way, it does
It
make sense.
does.
All right. How about this now? There's a Starbucks cup in every scene of Fight Club.
What?
Yes, every scene in Fight Club, there's at least one Starbucks cup.
Okay.
Isn't that great?
No, that's
What's-
actually that's monster advertising.
I know.
How did they do that?
No.
What do they do?
I'm gonna go
Hold
back
in a
and
cup
watch the
while you're
movie. I don't
fighting?
believe it.
Yeah, I guess they just kind of
No,
put it
I
on
mean
the
it's
side.
probably sitting there, and then there's probably one guy getting his head bashed in with it. And
But hey, the first rule of Fight Club is
We
Don't
you don't
talk
talk
about
about Fight
Fight
Club.
Club.
All right, how
and
about
the
this?
first rule of Starbucks is there's one every 35 feet.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are, because they got to get all those extra customers. Now, I knew that one of you men turned down the role of Neo in The Matrix, but I didn't know that the other one did.
Will Smith turned it down.
Yes.
Will Smith turned it down.
I knew
That is
that one.
one of the two. Do you know why he turned it down? What movie he ended up doing?
Wild West.
Wiggy, 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 wow. And there's that frog in the same head again.
I feel like he was cheated.
But there was another one. There was another one who turned it down.
And
Nicolas Cage.
did
Oh
not
well,
know
that was because the script wouldn't allow for his overacting and screaming. So
It's actually kind of something interesting about that. I mean, considering that the Nicolas Cage was supposed to play Superman at one time,
Oh, God, yeah.
and
that would have been
the
fun.
guy who was going to direct that wanted Superman not to fly,
Right.
to wear a suit,
Yeah,
and then to fight a spider.
it's true.
And that guy on to doing Superman did Wild West.
Of course. Of course it is. Now, here's the thing. There are actually two reasons why Cage turned it down. The first was that the movie was shot in Australia, and I guess he has something against Australia.
Yeah.
And the second is he didn't feel he was mature enough as an actor.
What?
Yes. Keep in mind, he was my age now. He was like in his 30s, in his late 30s back then. When
How old is he now?
I think he's got to be in his late 40s.
Huh.
Yeah.
Ah.
So how about
Oh.
this? Did you know that Ewoks are never referred to as Ewoks in Return of
I
the Jedi?
did know
Yes,
that.
I did know
I
that.
did
Yep.
know that.
Okay, all right. How about
Now-
this?
Now, hold on, stop.
Yes.
Ewoks seem to be smaller versions of Wookiees. So
That was
is
the
that where
idea.
the name comes
Well,
from?
Yeah,
the original idea was that when it came to that third movie, he wanted to use the planet,
He wanted to do it on Kashyyyk.
with the all the.
And yes, I do
Wookiees.
know the name of the Wookiee home planet, which is Kashyyyk.
I'm
but
actually
for budgeting
very
or something.
blown away.
Budgeting, and
Yeah.
also how many tall people can you get?
Right.
Yeah. All right, how about this? You guys see the movie Borat?
I have not.
No.
Damn it, you
I did
stupid sons
not.
of bitches.
I did not.
Okay, you
Because-
should see it. You got Netflix. Go watch it or something.
All right, here's my thing.
Okay, what's the thing?
It's Sacha Baron Cohen.
Okay, but dude, Borat is freaking hilarious.
No, I just gave you my 3 reasons for not watching that movie.
'Cause,
Sacha Baron Cohen. Okay. I do
Okay,
not
all right.
like him.
Okay, fair enough. Well, how about this? The police were called a number of times during the filming of the movie. Care to guess how many?
911 times.
Wow.
That's kind of
That's-
funny.
that's kind of-
9/11.
That's kind of specific.
It's very specific, and no. You're close, though, kind of numerically. 91 times during the filming of the movie were the police
What?
called. Yes.
Nuh-uh.
Yep. Now, how about this? You guys are familiar with Dr. Seuss.
Yes.
Just a little.
A little bit. Okay. You know, Cat in the Hat.
It's like, I-
Green
I-
in Hand,
I
Sam
was-
I
Sounds
Know.
familiar.
I was more familiar with his theatrical work than his written stuff.
Yeah, most of those movies are horrible. How about this? He actually pronounced his own name as Seuss. Dr. Seuss, but everyone's been pronouncing it Dr. Seuss, so it just has kind of become Dr.
What,
Seuss.
like soy sauce?
Like soy sauce.
Soy
Yeah,
sauce.
Seuss. Yeah.
Seuss.
How about this? You guys know who Martin Sheen is? He's
Yes.
the father of Emilio
That's
Estevez and
that's-
HIV Sheen.
Yes.
That's Papa AIDS.
Do you know what his real name is?
So what?
Do you know what his real name is?
I've heard
Martin
this.
Sheen's? I've heard it, but I don't remember.
It's like a long name.
It is a long name. It's 4 names. It's Ramon Antonio Gerard Estevez.
Well, yeah, I can see